Learning French in 30 days sounds like an impossible challenge, considering that basic fluency for beginners requires 480 hours, while intermediate level requires around 800 hours, and to fully learn French requires 1200 hours. 1200 divided by 30 going to be 40 hours per day. It's impossible. 800 divided by 30 gonna be 27. Impossible. 480 divided by 30 gonna be 16. Possible, but your health will not thank you for that. But what if instead of standard learning program to simplify it into more light way of learning, to fully dive in the language, to get disciplined and motivated, to be inspired? I know what you're thinking about. 30 days, fluency in French, what an insane idea. How is it even possible? Allow me to explain with these 6 points. Consistency over perfection. Daily small steps create stronger habits than occasional big ones. Sometimes study and learning can feel overwhelming. Like, can I really do this? Can I achieve this goal? How do I plan my routine so it will be productive and effective in a long term? Especially if you're someone like me who expect to do perfect from the first try, and after a first lesson to see a huge progress, then there might be a little problem and the chances of giving up rising up. But I was practicing patience and consistency, especially patience for myself, because language learning process comes in a pack with embarrassment when you spell something wrong or build a sentence in totally funny way. So it's extremely important to let the perfectionist side of you go on vacation while you have a long-term goals, like learning a new language, to replace perfection with consistency, to build a habit of making a small steps every day, without these huge expectations for yourself of how you think it's supposed to be. Language is about routine exposure, not cramming. And when you're practicing and learning without expectations, the pressure goes down, and when there is no pressure, it's easier to learn, and in the long term, way more effective and productive. Brain loves repetition plus content. Your brain remembers better when it sees words in real life situations, music, Netflix, phone, etc. Imagine the situation. I'm your teacher and I'm telling you, bougeoir mean candle holder in French. You write it down, repeating it, later trying to memorize it. How effective would be that? The time you will spend on memorizing meaning of this word longer than if this word was presented to you this way.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Ksenia. I'm obsessed with candle holders. Bougeoir, it's a candle holder in French. And just listen how sexy it sounds. Bougeoir. I want to show you my 3 favorite bougeoir. This bougeoir I bought in auction. Not only this bougeoir looking very nice, but it's also made of heavy metal. So I keep it as a weapon, just in case. Cette bougeoir I bought on Brocante, juste 2 euros. This bougeoir are very adorable parce que sometimes I like to imagine myself like I'm in an old movie. If you don't know what to present to me on my birthday, consider bougeoir.
I swear I'm gonna see bougeoir in my dreams tonight. To memorize this word even quicker, all you need is 3 days straight to watch a 10-second video. Imagine, I'm sitting writing down something, there is candle holder next to me, and at some point the fire from candle goes on my hair and burns half of it. I'm taking the candle holder and screaming, no, this wow! Funny, stressful, memorizable. And this is a good example of how our brain remembers information better, quicker, and more effective when there is these 3 things: emotion, visual, plus repetition. Did you ever wondered why sometimes when you watch short, funny, and entertaining video on a foreign language, somehow you don't need translation for it and magically you understand what they say? Yes, exactly. There is visual plus emotion. You see words in real life situations, and that's all you need to understand what's going on. This effect I experienced on myself when I learned my first French word, jamais. Years ago, I was watching with my grandmother a French series called Angelica, and in the series they kept original voice French, and on top of it put a translation, which obviously was more louder. But every time when the actress was raising her voice, I heard French, and the most I heard it's jamais. So since I was 7, I knew how in French it can be never, jamais. Years passed, I've already learned English, but this French word never left my brain. Repetition plus emotion equals stronger memory. Watching the show and laughing or crying with it, or singing lyrics boosting language learning. This is just how our brain works. Full visual and emotional attention, feeling the strange foreign word with meaning. That also explains why kids learn in foreign language way more faster than adults. Their attention fully present at the moment, they are more impressionable when adults consistently have something in their mind like work, worries about future, past, how to be better, etc. Speaking from day one builds confidence. Most learners delay speaking, that's a trap. Early practice make it natural. When we focus on words without practicing it, later on it's more difficult to build a sentence. But when from beginning you use it even in the simplest sentences, you build a sense of combining words in correct way. Today you say j'adore kiwis, in a week you say j'adore kiwis parce que blah 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 blah. Learning theory and using it on practice right away, fixating your knowledge. I've seen situations when students learned words, grammar rules of the language, and in writing exams they would have the best marks, but when it comes to speaking, they get engrossed, while other students who focused more on speaking had better marks in speaking exam, but on writing had low ones. So it also depends what purpose you learning it for. From my personal experience, better to focus on speaking first, later on your writing can catch up with it. Immersion tricks your brain. Changing phone, music, and environment to French create a mini France. Starting from small changes, we step by step go to big ones, where the final goal to speak French. I've already changed language on my phone, and to be honest with you, at first it was really uncomfortable, but now it's okay. I mean, I can function with it. Years ago, I did the same small trick with English, and you can see the result. Of course, if not to count my accent. It includes phone language, music, stories, or audiobooks played on the background noise, and your favorite movies, of course. You should create an environment around yourself in the language you want to learn. In my case, French. When we hear language all the time, even played on the background, our brain starts seeing French as normal, not foreign. With time, you will start to understand some words, even if you never learned them before. You will recognize the patterns of the language, especially adjectives, because these guys are very confusing. Modern tools make it easy. Apps, YouTube, podcasts, and artificial intelligence give you real-time feedback and access to native French. Every question you might have or anything you want to learn, you have right here, just a few clicks away. So why not to use opportunities that we have? Apps for practicing words and pronunciation, YouTube for free online French lessons, artificial intelligence for practicing speaking. Artificial intelligence can be also your teacher, friend, or even a lover. Seriously, you can make it as your French boyfriend or girlfriend who will give you a bunch of compliments and, of course, practice French with you. I mean, practice French, that's the main reason, right? No classroom needed, you have a full language school just in your pocket. Emotional connection keeps you motivated. I may make many statements, but this one is the most important. If you enjoy a language, you will learn it. If you enjoy a song, a series, or a funny phrase, you will remember it forever. When we build our learning routine in an enjoyable way, we'll learn faster. All because we are relaxed, so our brain don't have to spend time and attention and energy for worrying or thinking when it's gonna finish. So there is only one mission: to create a daily routine with learning habits that is going to be comfortable and safe for you. Here is my plan of it. Learning French in 30 days. Goal: build a strong foundation, speak basic conversations, understand common French, and immerse yourself in French bubble. Week 1. Set the base, start speaking. Focus. Basics, daily phrases. What to do. 1 hour active learning, YouTube for beginners, introduction, daily phrases. 1 hour speaking, practice what you just learned. Speak out loud. 1 hour reading, audio books on French with voiceover. 1 hour writing, journaling that include phrases you just learned. Environmental change, phone in French, settings, language, conseil. French sticky notes, label home items, French backgrounds, audiobooks, music. I like to listen audiobooks in the first part of the day while busy with other tasks, and music in the second part of the day, but you do as you like. Week 2. Focus. Build sentence structure, ask, answer basic questions. What to do. 1 hour active learning, learn present tense verbs and question forms. 1 hour speaking, practice what you learned, record yourself speaking. 1 hour reading, audiobooks with text and voiceover. 1 hour writing, journaling with what you learned this week and previous one. Environmental change, social media. Start watching French YouTube creators or TikTok or Instagram. What do you prefer? I'm combining these 3 depending on my mood. Week 3. Focus. Conversations, speaking. 1 hour active learning. Repeat what you learned previously. 1 hour speaking. Build conversations while you do your daily tasks. To yourself, artificial intelligence, or a friend. 1 hour reading. Audiobooks with text and voiceover. 1 hour writing. Practice on paper what you learned. Use translation if you need to make text more full or if you don't know something. Environmental change. All media on French. Start rewatching your favorite movies or series on French as well. Week 4. Confident usage. Live in French. Focus. Fluency boost. What to do. 1 hour active learning. New words plus repeat previous ones. 1 hour speaking. Imitate French speaker sentence by sentence. 1 hour reading. Audiobooks with text and voiceover. 1 hour writing. Practice on paper what you learned. Environmental change. Narrate your day in French, out loud or in your head. Plan a French day. 1 full day where you eat French food, watch French TV, movies, speak only French. Okay, real talk. It's not easy. I still get lost sometimes when people speak fast, and I hear sometimes words I don't understand. I'm like, répétez pour moi s'il vous plaît. And it's kind of awkward talking to myself out loud in French, but it really helps. More importantly, if you're starting to learn a new language, don't wait to be ready. Just start, even if you're total beginner, and have fun. Learning it's easier when it's joyful. I was starting to learn French many times before, but each time I gave up, all because I was stressing myself with learning exactly perfectly. But hey, language learning is about routine exposure, not cramming, right? Only when I paused and made French part of my routine without any expectations, I started to see results, and it's so exciting. Accepting confusion as a part of learning. Trust the process. Your brain absorbs more than you think. If you keep it playful, curious, and consistent, French will stick to your soul. You're not just learning the language, you live in it. If I could give you just 3 tips on how to learn French, or any new language, it's gonna be: don't be perfect, be a mess, make mistakes, and play with the language, explore it. Change your environment to that language. You don't have to move to France, but adding day by day French words, movies, music into your routine will really help. Practice every day, even if you're busy. Use time when you are on your way somewhere, car, bus, when you make breakfast, etc. We have so many tools that can help us learn, so why not to use it? Merci beaucoup d'avoir regardé. If you're learning French too, leave a comment or share your tips. Subscribe if you want to follow my journey. More videos coming soon. À bientôt.